Today we're going to talk about a really simple but kind of profound idea coming out of a hospital in Thailand. What if we could calm the intense anxiety of surgery, not with more drugs, but just with a little information and the right music?
Right? I mean, we put so much trust in surgeons to fix our bodies, and they do amazing work. But for the patient, that mental journey, wow, it can be just as tough as the physical one. Especially, and this is the key, when you're awake for the whole thing.
So let's really dive into this. We're talking about a major, common surgery where the patient is totally awake. And for a lot of people, that experience can be, well, incredibly stressful.
To avoid the risks that come with general anesthesia, a lot of knee replacement patients get something called spinal anesthesia. Now, it's safer for a lot of people, but it means you're numb from the waist down while being completely conscious. You can't see a thing that's happening, but you can hear everything: the clinking of tools, the surgeons talking, all the sounds of the operation itself.
And this isn't just about feeling a little nervous. No way. This level of anxiety triggers a real physical fight or flight response. We're talking your blood pressure shooting up, your heart racing, and your body just getting flooded with stress hormones. That stress can mess with everything from the surgery itself to how fast you recover.
Now, this isn't just some theory. This is happening to real people every day. And a team of anesthesia nurses at Soothe Hospital in southern Thailand, they decided to do something about it. And it all started because they did one simple thing. They just listened.
At their hospital, get this, a staggering 93.75% of knee replacement patients get spinal anesthesia. That means pretty much every single patient is wide awake, just lying there hearing and imagining everything that's happening on the operating table.
This quote, which is based on feedback the hospital got from real patients, just gets right to the heart of it. It's those sensory details, the strange sounds of medical tools, even the really distinct smell of bone cement. It can turn a procedure that's meant to heal you into something truly terrifying.
So when they saw this problem so clearly, the nursing team didn't just reach for more anti-anxiety drugs. Instead, they came up with this really elegant two-part program to tackle both the fear of the unknown and that overwhelming sensory experience.
It's brilliant. First, they go after the fear of the unknown. Patients can watch a video that just walks them through everything that's going to happen. No more scary surprises. Then, during the actual surgery, they offer an escape. Headphones with calming music and nature sounds, which block out all those stressful noises from the operating room.
And this is where you can see how much they really care. Because Soothe is in this multicultural area, they made the video in both Thai and the local Malay dialect. And you can get it with a simple QR code. It's all about meeting patients exactly where they are, in a language they can actually understand.
Okay, so this all sounds really nice, right? But it's not just a feel-good idea. This whole approach is actually grounded in some really solid scientific theory.
The video part? That's based on a key psychological principle. Basically, when you know what's coming, what you're going to feel, what you're going to hear, you can create an accurate mental map. This stops your mind from just filling in the blanks with all the worst-case scenarios, and that dramatically cuts down on anxiety.
And the music therapy, that's based on something called the gate control theory. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Your brain only has so much bandwidth for incoming signals. The soothing, pleasant signals from the music basically close the gate on all the jarring, scary signals coming from the operating room. Calm wins out.
And we're not just talking about a simple distraction here. The science on this is absolutely clear. Listening to the right kind of music has real, measurable physical effects. It actively lowers your stress hormones. It shifts your brain waves into a more relaxed state. It even makes your brain release endorphins, the body's own natural painkillers. This whole process directly fights back against that physical stress response.
So, the theory is solid. The early feedback is great. But to make this a real standard of care, the team at Soothe Hospital needs proof. They need hard data. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
They've designed a formal study. They're going to have 60 knee replacement patients participate to scientifically measure how much of an impact this program really has on anxiety and how satisfied patients are.
And here's how it's going to work. It's pretty straightforward. They'll have two groups, 30 patients each. The first group, the control group, gets the normal standard care. The second group, the trial group, gets that same standard care plus the new video and the music therapy. By measuring anxiety levels in both groups before and after, they can see exactly what kind of difference the program makes. It's a clean, super effective way to get a clear answer. So why does all of this matter? Well, if this study shows what everyone expects it to, the implications could be huge, not just for these patients, but for the entire healthcare system.
I mean, for patients, the benefits are pretty obvious, right? A less traumatic surgery means you're happier with your care, you work better with the medical staff, and you could even have a faster physical recovery because your body isn't fighting that tidal wave of stress.
And for healthcare as a whole, this is a big deal. It's a proven, low-cost, drug-free way to handle a major problem. This could mean we rely less on medication, which could lead to lower costs, and maybe even a more positive, trusting relationship between patients and hospitals.
And I think it's just so important to remember where this all came from. This wasn't some idea from a corporate boardroom. It was born from nurses on the front lines who took the time to listen to their patients' fears and then came up with a way to solve them.
It really leaves us with a powerful question to think about. As our medicine gets more and more high-tech, maybe the biggest innovations will actually be the most human ones. The ones that remember that healing the mind is just as critical as healing the body.